Webale kulaba Kk Tv Uganda. The inspiration and the best broadcasting around town. Kk Tv. The global experience. The might. The power. And all you need with Kk Tv. We are your broadcasting experience. Thank you for subscribing to Kk Tv.
I'm 7 eranga we yachogedde ayogera n'abantu abalala neffe tetulina kye twogera naye kuba aliwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Ekyokubiri tetwetaaga kwogera naye kuba obuyinza si bubwe obuyinza bwa bannayuganda. So tetwetaaga kwogera na M7 ye okwogera n'abantu tayogera ku ngeri gwanga gye likyuka naye abeera ayagala kwogera naawe kubuuza oyagala ssente meka ffe tetugulirirwa.
Bakikola okulabisa okulaga nti tonna kyoli.
You are watching Kk Tv.
Kikulaga nti eno gavumenti ya Museveni eriwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka, tegondera amateeka, tegoberera amateeka, yo ekola byeyagala. Omuntu omu yasalawo, bwasalawo nti kati beera mulamu ng'obeera mulamu, bwasalawo nti kati beera mufu ng'obeera mufu.
Mr. Update kanumbe, oba bankuba bankube, oba banzita banzite, oba kyekigwawo kigwewo.
You are watching Kk Tv.
We are taking to allowing radio to your voice of Lango FM. Kera boro tonere not. Kere mia chel tonere angwen. Itwa pinga papata me Lango. Kere Uganda loro. Kere wipoda loro. Unameti winywa online. Ni beo a radio garden. Kere tu winywa ni be website. Me voice of Lango is www.vol.co.ug. Me winywa udisheng meni na chini. Kita mewu kubelo kubu kere utishing many na tin utido ngati kere welo amemiro bed kere e studio botu wa kanen utikere utela the party me the national unity platform no ame wano binu belu keki pe chawa ame roma chel chake chawa ni na chawa bio kere daki ha kira ngwen me utishing many na tin ania bi potimugwal kitamea kobi karachekere nyangi mano party me national unity platform ukatoka jekere ha me bebe kwa pinga papa me Uganda me otolwa karachekere yapo offices gia papa tameti kwa pinga papa me Uganda chaho geni karachekere district ya metie to western Uganda ubeo geni Kasese ubeo geni Port Poto ubeo geni Wurumachani mutie geni district of course mema yuge warning utungini mbare tinini utigini botwa district melira kan so meto nyange botki ye hageni mekwa hako biko mobilization ni bino perningo kene pire tekpingo belua kametie Lango kan. Good afternoon, you're most welcome to Voice of Lango FM this afternoon, listening to us from our frequencies 88.0 and 100.4. Like we earlier on told you, this afternoon we are privileged to host the leadership of the National Unity Platform, led by their president, Robert Chagodanyi Sentamo, who is also known as Bobi Wine. Honorable Robert Chagodanyi Sentamo, president of the National Unity Platform, former member of parliament of Chadodo East. You're most welcome to Voice of Lango FM this afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Boniface. Thank you for your matake. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, listening to us here in Lira and all over Lango. My name is Bobi Wine Chagodanyi Sentamo, and I'm very honored to be here today on Voice of Lango.
I think it's the first time you're appearing on the biggest radio station in Lango and in Northern Uganda.
Well, not the first time. I've been here a couple of times as a musician, but since I was elected president of Uganda, it is the first time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Bobi Wine is joined by other NUPA leaders in Lango. We have, I think, the regional coordinator for Lango, Michael Atonyi. Michael, you're most welcome this afternoon. Okay, I think we also have the Secretary General for the National Unity Platform for Lango Sub-Region. You're most welcome, sir.
Apoyo total BF, Major Lawa, Karachel the Voice of Lango. Apoyo Luak Mela, total Pijol President, Wando Tikan.
Apoyo Mateka, Adwongma, Apoyo Total, Binani, Viching, Meninatin, the Voice of Lango FM.
Apoyo management, my Voice of Lango, Kede Luak, Lucha Matio Hokano, Irumu, Lucha Popat. Apoyo BF.
Apoyo Mate.
Where Hati Daki Hani, Omi down in the New Toko, Abia, Honorable Uchena Bia, flag bearer, I know my moroto, come 2025-2026. Uchena Bia. 2025-2026. Aha.
Yes, thank you so much. Point my tag, Luak Dujamati Lanta, and you are young man, but the president. You are young man, but the president, man, Lankan, and yeah, Geoffrey Chenabia. Hopefully, I will have the flag for National Unity Platform for Moroto in 2026, because this fight is all about entrenching freedom, justice, and equality within the social, political, and economic areas. Thank you.
First thing first, Honorable Robert Sentamu Chagodanyi, Bobi Wine. You have been in the mobilization tours, especially in Barara, in Port Poto, in Busia. Yesterday you are in Mbale, and today you are in Lira City. What has been the reception like in the areas you have visited?
Thank you. For those that have been watching us on traditional media and online, they've been seeing we got very warm welcomes everywhere we went. It is humbling. We don't take it for granted. But again, it goes further to show that the people of Uganda are receiving our message of liberation, our message of change, our message of end to dictatorship. So it has been massive everywhere. I also want to thank in a very, very special way the people of Lira for this massive welcome. We don't take it for granted. Thank you for showing us that indeed what we are saying is not only representative of us alone, it is not only representative of young people, but also the old people. These problems we are facing are not only problems of Ankole, of the Bachiga, of Kasese, of Busia Ombale. They are problems of the nation, of the country. So it has been massive, and we thank God that we are here now.
From the areas you have visited, Honorable Robert Chagodanyi Semtamo, we see a lot of peaceful processes. And it seems like your cooperation, the leadership of the party and yourself and the security has been very good, because I think all the areas you have visited, there has been no confrontation. Things are moving on well.
Yeah, certainly there's not been any confrontation so far. And this also proves that if the police does not cause chaos, there is no chaos. If the police does not bring violence, there's no violence. We are peaceful people. We have always advocated for non-violence and for peacefulness. And I'm glad that the police and the military have not yet broken the law, because everything that we are doing is within the law. But I must also remind us that the police is not beating or killing people or tear gassing us, not because they don't want, but because since 2020, in November 2020, Museveni, using the police and military, killed people, they massacred people, and we took Museveni to the International Criminal Court, Museveni and his son. And he knows that if he kills more people, if he causes more chaos, he's giving us more evidence. But so maybe that's why they
were also accusing the people of course, inciting the police, and such kind of things happen. But that's well. Maybe the second thing I want to find out from yourself is you're coming to Lira today to open your offices, I think, for the first time after the general elections of 2021.
Yes.
What does the party intend to achieve after this mobilization drive in Lango and in other parts of the country?
Thank you. Maybe, Bonnie, if you will allow me to give a little background, because initially I was not a politician, like many of us here. But I want the young people of Lango to know, because in December 1980, when none of us here was born, there was an election. That election was between Dr. Milton Obote, or Dr. Paul Kawanga Semogerere, and some other small candidates, including Museveni. Museveni was the Katumba Oye of 1980. Now, after the election, Museveni claimed that he was cheated. He did not even get 1% of the vote, but he started a war. And when he started that war, he Museveni, Kainda Utafire, and other rebels, they put on the army uniform of the soldiers of Dr. Milton Obote. They went and killed our people. And they lied to our parents that it is Dr. Obote's people that had killed our people. They lied and convinced our parents. We joined him, and there was a war. In that war, more than 500,000 people died. Museveni came to power claiming that he's going to bring back democracy, stop rigging elections, stop corruptions, stop abductions of people and everything. Now, almost 40 years later, he has destroyed everything across the country. But in particular, here, you remember that we had Lira spinning mills. We had, a better infrastructure here. We had a better education system. We had better healthcare. Everything has been destroyed. He went ahead to massacre people all over the country, but in particular here in northern Uganda. So 40 years later, I think that, in all honesty, I think it's about time to apologize to Dr. Milton Obote. I think it's about time for people to know the truth. And I'm going to Luwero tomorrow, and I'm going to tell those fellow Bagandas of mine there that it is time for us to kick out this man that we brought. He lied to us. Dr. Obote warned us that this man is not even a Ugandan. Our parents did not listen.
But there is no evidence to that, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi.
Well, we challenged General Museveni to prove that he's a Ugandan. He could not prove that. But that on the side, look, listen to me. The things that he's doing to the people of Uganda proves that he has no love whatsoever for this country. Look at the things that Idi Amin did for Uganda. Look at the things that Dr. Obote did for Uganda. And what has Museveni done? Destroy all of them. So now what we want as a generation, we want to remove the dictator, because he has succeeded in dividing us along tribal lines. He has divided us along religious lines. He has divided us along class lines.
But he has also been preaching, of course, about unity for all Ugandans.
But this is a man that preaches water and drinks wine. Look at the military. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at all government institutions. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at the poverty levels. Go in security, go in police. Look at the people that they are promoting. How many people have been promoted here in the military? Look at the deployments. Our generation is a generation to tell each other the truth. It is enough of falling.
You're opening the regional office for Lango today. I wonder if you have plans to have offices of the National Unity Platform also across the districts in Lango, but also maybe countrywide.
Yes. We intend to have offices of the National Unity Platform countrywide, but I must emphasize that we are more than just a political party. In fact, we started the National Unity Platform political party only 2 months to the election. We are originally the People Power Movement. Now, the People Power Movement is a combination of all people, no matter what political party, no matter whether or not they belong to any political party. We want change. We believe that our pains are the same. We are coming together as a nation. So this tour is not only to open offices, but to galvanize the minds of the people, to wake Ugandans up and to remind them that we have one major duty as a generation, that is to liberate this country and put an end to gun rule so that the will of the people of Uganda can reign supreme.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, you have massive support in the urban areas. Like, for example, you are massively welcomed by the people of Lira today in the city. And some of your critics actually say that if you go to some areas, like, for example, in Otuke, in the rural areas, you may not get such kind of huge welcome like you've been welcomed in Lira or like yesterday in Mbale. What is the party going to do, and you in specifically, to ensure that you have a lot of grounding as well in the rural areas, and you have structures, robust structures for the National Unity Platform in the rural areas?
Wait until we get there, and you will ask me that question again. You see, now it has been the narrative of the regime. Oh, those people don't have structures. Oh, those people don't reach rural areas. But they have been stopping us. The last time we tried to move around the country, they arrested our people, humiliated and beat them up. It is until we took Museveni to the ICC, it is until we put our feet down that now we can so far move around. But I know that they are very scared, and they will also try as much as possible to stop us. This is not about the NUP. It is not about Bobi Wine. It is about people power. It is about the people of Uganda wanting to change. So they welcome me, not because I'm very handsome, not because I'm very educated. No, they welcome me and my team because we carry a message of freedom to them. Here in Lira, look at a young small man like Adonyo Michael Christia being respected and being listened to because we carry a message that has been vulgarized by many people. Museveni compromised the people that were respected. He compromised elders. He compromised leaders. You will notice that he went ahead to compromise even the leaders of political parties. He bought UPC. He bought DP. He compromised Norbert Mao. Now he's buying FDC. So Ugandans, we are on our own. We are orphans. That is why we are holding hands across the country, and we are saying we are putting an end to this nonsense.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, in the rural areas, like in the 2021 general elections, we had actually been very few candidates of the National Unity Platform holding your flag.
Yes.
Do you have plans to really ensure that, like for example in Lango, you have 5 district councillors.
Yes.
You don't have a single member of parliament.
Yes.
You don't have a single LC5 chairperson.
Yes.
What is the party going to do to ensure you have many candidates holding your flag in the 2026 election as you do the drive?
First and foremost, I want to tell you that we are not looking at 2026. Don't push us to 2026. We are looking at now. We want to remove Museveni now.
But there is a roadmap for the election. You are a person.
We are not living, we are not doing our things according to the Abakama. The Abakama is an extension of Museveni.
But you believe in the rule of law.
Rule of law. That's why we are here. Museveni is illegally president. Okay?
But
what the Abakama does is illegal.
The court declared him as the court declared him the president of the Republic of Uganda.
Oh yes. Oh yes. But do you know that Justice Kisache was forced to resign because she delivered a dissenting judgment? Are you aware that Justice Owinyidoro, even when he had our petition on his table, he went ahead to publicly associate with Museveni and publicly make one-sided political statements? Do you know that? Do you know that according to the law, the military is not supposed to be partial? But do you know that General Museveni's son is moving around illegally in military uniform campaigning? Do you know that the police is supposed to be keeping law and order and supposed to be impartial? But do you know that the police is an extension of the NRM? So please don't talk about the rule of law. Here we are talking about liberation because these are rebels. Museveni is a rebel. He is still a rebel. He came, killed our people, took over our country illegally.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, just for the record,
yes,
we understand that he was elected in 2021.
No, he was not elected.
And declared by the Electoral Commission chairperson.
Let me tell you something, my brother. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2011 election to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2016 election to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2021 election to Kyagulanyi Ssentamu.
For all those 3 elections,
yes,
the Supreme Court agreed that even if there were some few irregularities, they were not substantial to overturn those elections.
Well, you can argue it like that. But I will tell you that as a law student and as a lawyer myself, we have a belief that in the face of arms, the law is silent. So now you understand that the judiciary has been twisted and put in the pocket of General Museveni, like all other institutions. When we speak to them silently, they will tell you the truth that, my brother, we see what, okay? For example, right now, we are doing exactly what we were doing, you know, in 2021. But they shot at us, massacred our people then, you know. So there's double standards here. The law only works on some people and doesn't work on others. That's why we're telling you that all we need here in Uganda is a complete overhaul of all those institutions.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, let's look at the unity in the opposition where you belong to. The Uganda People's Congress is conducting mobilization tours just like you're doing. The FDC are conducting their internal party elections. Are there plans from the National Unity Platform to cooperate with those other political parties to ensure that you strengthen your unity for the upcoming elections?
Just like you hear, unity. In our party, unity is the middle word. We are National Unity Platform. We believe in unity. And even before we started our party, People Power believed in unity. We made every effort to work together with the FDC, with the DP, with other political parties. But it's clear that since these political parties were overtaken by General Museveni, they work according to his tunes. That is why Norbert Mao made it impossible for us to work with the Democratic Party. I mean, we try to work with the FDC, why we work very closely with the likes of Dr. Kiza Besigye from the FDC, the likes of Honorable Gilbert Olanya from the FDC. We have been getting a cold shoulder from the leadership of the FDC. Little did we know that they probably had a collaboration with the regime. It is only coming out now. So now we resolved that we are going to have that unity within the people of Uganda. Our hope is not in the politicians. No, our hope is in the people of Uganda.
The biggest bottlenecks to many of the political parties has actually been about poor structures at the grassroots. I mean, having leadership and membership of the party registered with the party from a village level to a parish level to a sub-county.
Please don't reduce this matter to
I just want to find out if the National Unity Platform that you lead has plans to ensure that, you know, even at the grassroots, you have somebody who is a contact person for the party. So that, you know, when you are doing mobilization, you have a robust structure and network, just like other political parties do.
Thank you very much. We definitely have a robust leadership up to village level, and we're still working on it. But like I requested you, I don't want to reduce this mission to just a political party. Let us not reduce this matter to only NUP. This is a matter of the people of Uganda, and I would rather sound like a leader of the People Power movement. Why? Because even those that are not in the leadership or in the structures of the National Unity Platform, very big role to make sure we remove the dictator and we free up our country. So I don't want to sound like we have a robust democracy here, because if I was to be honest with you, there's no practical political party in Uganda that is functioning like a political party. You know, it all that this happens at the mercy of General Museveni, and it shouldn't be like that. Okay, we shouldn't be moving at the mercy of the oppressor that we're trying to free from. So for us, we go ahead to connect with people, whether they are in the leadership of our party or they are not, for as long as somebody wants change. And let me also say this, that our message has always been that anybody whose words and actions are helping to bring the fall of Museveni very quickly, that person is a friend, even if they are not in our party, even if they are in another party, including NRM. But anybody that is working for the fall of Dictator Museveni is our comrade, and we want to work with them. And anybody that is working to help the dictator oppress us more, even if they are in the leadership of the National Unity Platform, they are not our friend. So now you know that our mission is not only about building our party. Our mission is to remove the dictator.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chegule. Let's take a quick break and then we'll return shortly.
Webale kulaba Kk Tv Uganda, the inspiration and the best broadcasting around town. Kk TV, the global experience, the might, the power, and all you need with Kk TV. We are your broadcasting experience. Thank you for subscribing to Kk TV.
Museveni era nga bwe yakyogedde yayogera n'abantu abalala neffe tetulina kye twogera naye kuba aliwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Ekyokubiri, tetwetaaga kwogera naye kuba obuyinza si bubwe, obuyinza bwa bannayuganda. So tetwetaaga kwogera na Mwai Museveni. Ye okwogera n'abantu tayogera ku ngeri ggwanga gye likyuka, naye abeera ayagala kwogera naawe kubuuza oyagala ssente meka. Ffe tetugulirirwa.
Bakikola okulabisa okulaga nti tonna kyoli.
You are watching Kk TV.
Kikulaga nti eno gavumenti ya Museveni eriwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka, tegondera amateeka, tegoberera amateeka, yo ekola byeyagala. Omuntu omu yasalawo, basalawo nti kati beera mulamu ng'obeera mulamu, basalawo nti kati beera mufu ng'obeera mufu.
Mr. Update kanumbe oba bankuba bankube oba banzita banzite oba kyekigwawo kigwewo.
The National Unity Platform Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu ame Joapol ngekere nying me Bobi Wine neno bedo President me National Unity Platform bedo remember Parliament achon me Chadondo East constituency obedo nyamo tamma tetu twale kom yihere ame gino tiutim pole walk yoto lwa anda kire pole walk yihagi ame tia timere ilango kan dinatili donc bilbil kero me winyo ibota Arana Duong, the party me National Unity Platform Bilango, Honorable Daniel Okelo. Daniel Okelo dan beda kanchira me chung pelwa me Oyam Town Council, the district council me Oyam. Me gonyo lemuna me adungu beda chan wake. But joke na me nyo popular kero me niang mo me aduong Robert Chagulanyi Sentamuko. Adung Daniel Ajulate.
Apoyo tutual BF apoyo pi Jolawa isidio me voice of Lango tinini ame tinini president ame luak me Uganda yera kala chel kede queer mwa atutumia rio kede pia rio we chel ento electoral commission de queer the tag make tual lunien na yero bedo president me Uganda karamen bin kan dwe me para chel me mwa okaro pidwo ko poj bola pimi ekwe yo moga chungi pemiro don bilang bin kwero ko ento tinini entie kan atamoni luak melao ami winge mo ameno bedo kopo keda penyogo ame moderator obedo penye karachiel kede ame kwa hokop me tela me Uganda president unyuto ko wini winyo no president nye Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu jonge karachiel kede nying me Bobi Wine tini ni yen Lira kane president oduoko poj chatek bolao pichole di chenga tinini karachiel kede mara ame kaini neno di boma me Lira kantin jo duisho weko gina me woko tiyo gini pibino nyutu mara atela pilwak mara mere nen kitameno kobani jo tini jole karachiel kede ilao kan uduoko poj boru ha lao duisho ame tiyo kanu president ukobani Kirame Museveni tiyu karachiel kede kare en tiyu karachiel kede bora bien endong lo Uganda achalo ture dan kede jo ture kede jo mogo ameno binu woro karachiel kede gilum president ukobani otuni chawa ber ameonu miero Museveni kwa kija bolao bien imwa piera boro Museveni binu chung da kuirero no bala mega katumba Museveni binu chung te por ko kuirero pe otunu na kapasenda chiel ikarame Museveni por kuira dang yoni pedang inu kui endo por binu wor ko ilum te wot lwen ikom gamento borre kun maolo titek kame onu kobani mono jo worilum kuire no pero mena akobani worilum uborre obinu kobi Uganda ni Museveni ena jote tukukere no Museveni pe obero na ha dana me Uganda modereta de kobani gina nyurupe tie president Bobi Wine de kobani karame okobi Museveni kong nyut ngo ame nyurni ene bero dana me Uganda nyutu te loyo ko pieno borro binu ko be jode ko ni dano ya windi nene ne pe du hunu kede dano ko boni nene tie dokke e wod ruwe yo loak e wod luere re ko boni kanna meno binu woro ja ko bes meri e ko boni otuni chawa be no chualo unu twinya ni en ameo binu bolo loak me Uganda pien jodo petia mite itwa ping me Uganda dushu dano ko boni kanna ene bor ye duch iworo mayuge iworo mbara na katunga Museveni ge mara meti kome duonga te kapelare dongeno binu ilao kan neno mara chelli potie kan eno koboni Museveni karame wori lum ame luak me lao duch wuningi abe kayenda utafire general koboni abero general me kare gicha uworo bushenyi te mokatir ni gino no rugo gini bo amon te bino lwenyi como te dero ka lwen ko motedero ute duogo te binu ko bani monyu borre na tiene ko joni piena teni na tieni ka to ko ka kar me roma president okobani e kuditim a Museveni ni o charu jamma me borre yamo kelo duj dado petie un luak mela mo un cha denere kom spinning mill ame chani dong pe mo un cha deni kom starch factory mo un cha deni kom ginaries ame o cha ko duj dalo boni enen bero gammo te miyo ko bodjo yaho amani chani o miyo nywale me Uganda tikere peka duonga pelare apun jamini o bero jammi ameri kelo ti botu nywale me lao kan onu yammi o chuk me jammi bero abe yi lao kan ento Museveni baro jamini en duchu dadon konyer petie en ko bani Museveni tichere piano bero kaya bero menne dan ti record ni enu ne hojo aworu macha mwa tutumia rio ipiera rio nono idwe mea para chel Kampala kucha wuni bedo no winyo nego jo Paul na hanek mea rua wuni bini winyo no kitameo chielo kara chel kede driver president man no bedo nek kametie ya kina nek kamen nek kametimere ente wumero kwa iye ukobani Museveni enatieni enti chere uberu me poko jo ka pohu tedong mi uberu jo kongi petie mio parties apopat ameti Uganda kan jodong petie ti kita me mir jo ti kara chel kede nu moderator openye na hani kob me structure menu kono unity un kede structure president Robert Chagulanyi Bobi Wine te koboni peo twero keto structure pieni peo yena hani jogore ento kayini mi to keto structure miri gore umi chawane wanda do laho style wa committee gine gammo jodo tia wori chawa medbu gulo chalwa rek jo tamni jo odbugo ko lo chen ibon munni ento jodo putia lo yo PUP ilobo wa me Uganda au kobani kuri ginna meno belo timoni umi chawani itetela a president Robert Chagulanyi umi ojo chwalo Museveni ko karachel kede wole general Mozi International Criminal Court nyo kota did me wilobo ame winyo toro twero alwak ka awoti summarizing kome agiki president okobani openye president okobani noob structure tie na ha ichalo ento keni no peti structure otego abe ano kobani peti kitora mejo twero tikere lasha lwa onyo democracy e Uganda kan ame tela agoro ame oberu me Museveni tiawot inyimi chawani ukobani me agiki mere tekido ngata me en bino chigi karachel kire no beda word tekido tia koboni luen wani otu luen pikwanyu Museveni ame omiyo nywale me Uganda bedi jana dot pimuake adong tunu piera ngwen no beda word no
Woyo, Matetutual Honorable Daniel Okello. Let me return to President of the National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. We have also been joined by Honorable Gilbert Olanya, Member of Parliament for Kilak. Honorable Gilbert Olanya, you're most welcome to Voice of Our FM.
Thank you so much, moderator. I would like to appreciate Mr. President, Honorable Bobi Wine in northern Uganda. I drove from Kampala. After my test, the radio. I di Kampala. Totally, maybe you can join Bobi Wine to Kumala, Uganda. The chairman, I'm not what the President Mamekwa and did Bobi Wine near for me. Don't do radio. pere tek total ma ana tika bieno America do kone ready awinyo kitma la dit Bobi Wine tika lokwe geno mi odaro nge ma pere tek enani People's Power Movement le any team movement pe Ugandans touche magimira la People's Power Movement PT movement pa NUP keken PT movement pa NRM keken PT movement pa DP PT movement pa FDC ento Ugandans wing magimira la we are under People's Power Movement primero anyole mi Uganda no go inero kidma ye timi kwere na kanenda dit Bobi Wine obel katitu kani ki bol kui onelo kira yuweri ti yukwere kichente kwale kwere kui watemo kila laga i parliament mi Uganda mawa wajo ne electoral commission omiero di lako pi president eno miero betka chimo electoral commission endo chawale eni president chimo electoral commission enemy muchara pa electoral commission kayetie electoral commission ere yugoye telo kani kui matika time Uganda ni petit free and fair watika miro alaga we onen Uganda wale eni donc lo xmilao iner matini arab yorko jodowu donc bere ya yomni e parliament mi Uganda majority pa members of parliament kariwa MPs mati NRM giti NRM only be miro chende again ento twin gigi kome wenti under People's Power Movement mikela laga Uganda donc gin ma pere tek loyo era wa miro nera laga pien in pe noir daro itari ka onero kera musubere tika wot kwere gi wore nen talo gitamone tela mi Uganda tiro like a monarchy madon ka anywhere woro don woro tingo wero gi nyare wero gi latine
ware moro kanura
so li endi tugi kwanyo mbini mi tela ho Uganda Uganda oti tela mi doja lwa tela pigi leo dog out o were wangi eni amiro titu machado opposition matie i parliament mi Uganda na nem la dit president de motitu kidma gitika wiro kwere opposition itawale eni Museveni no tamani he should use money where he converting opposition or when or dakore ento opposition mamar Uganda opposition mamero kidma Uganda bioro bekwere kare Museveni ye chene gotia gobe waje ni Museveni bet kichene ni ento wamirni wawek Uganda obed mabe irni kwaewa kaje giri kwaewa
Oyo matek honorable Gilbert
je ana foyo mateo migina gina pere teklo ere one of duchu wati under People's Power Movement to see that change is brought to our country. God bless you.
Oyo matek honorable Gilbert Nanya. Honorable President Robert Chagulanyi, yes, be running short of time. We're left with about 15 minutes. Sure. But my last question, before I can pick some 5 phone calls, and then you can respond to some of them. You have got named this mobilization tour, Wake Up Uganda.
Yes.
What does that even mean to an ordinary person in Okere City, in Otuke district, listening to you right now?
Wake Up Uganda means real waking up. We have been sent to sleep. We have been silenced. We have been intimidated. But our mission is to awaken the people of Uganda to know what they are missing. We had an election 2.5 years ago, which General Museveni rigged on gunpoint. And we want to show the people of Uganda what they have missed. For example, and not only the citizens, but also, not only the civilians, but also the men and women in uniform. Police officers and military officers have missed on a salary increment because these people do a lot of work and they deserve better payment. Land grabbing has continued. You are aware of what is happening in Otoke. You are aware of what is happening in Apa. Land grabbing has continued by Museveni's people. He brings people from as far as out of the country and sells them land that is not his own, and he evicts people. Since the elections, they've chased away our people from Lake Choga, in Amolata. People can no longer use that God-given natural resource. It's the military that has taken over the lake, and Museveni is mortgaging it to the Chinese. The common people here, Museveni brought his people to pretend that he's helping people to extend border loans. But a border that ordinarily costs 4.9 in cash, for somebody, for a local border rider, at the end of his completion of the loan, he or she has paid close to 11 million shillings. We have to change that. Massacres have happened in very many places, including Bologna. Victims are there yearning for rehabilitation. There should be affirmative action there. They should be rehabilitated. Unfortunately, it has been Museveni's deliberate effort to make sure that he dehumanizes those people so that they lose confidence in self. Education itself. We have a university here, but there are unfair processes when they are giving scholarships. I am informed that the locals here don't even get the scholarships in their own universities, By the way, I am informed that we are being switched off air, like it happened in Barara, like it happens in many other places.
Just confirm it's on.
Oh, it's back on. Yeah, it's important for us to always communicate about that. So that and many more things have been happening. We are here to remind the people that we must remove General Museveni, because when we remove the dictatorship, then we can go ahead to restore things that we used to bring employment here, like the Lira spinning mills. It has to be refurbished. We have to revamp our healthcare system, our education system, our infrastructure system, etc. So all that we want to do, but we can only do that if the people join us and we all do and make sure that we push General Museveni out of power.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. I want to receive some 5 calls so that you can respond to some of their questions. Jia Penyogo, I may Timito Penyuke President, may National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, Namachimu Chitolo Not, Abira Vision, Abora Not, Abora Deck, Airtel, Gen Not, Abira Bishop, Abora Not, Aboro Deck. Hello. Oiwa. Dake Hachel.
One of the president met to Lango 88.0.
Hello. Chulo Kerina. Yes, Benson.
And even what I was trying to tell Chagulanyi is to work hard so that we remove the whatever the dictatorship in this country. He's telling the truth, and I like him so much. And he's the only opposition in this country. Others they are just like the opposition, but they are not the real opposition.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're speaking to Isaac.
Yes, Isaac.
One thing that I wanted the president to embark on, like when after the election, because one thing that I'm sure of is that he's going to make it. I would tell him that I he can see the roads that we have in northern Uganda. It's very painful if you compare it with the roads that we have in western Uganda, like those places like Mbara, those places like the massacre serious roads and you compare with the other roads, you find that northern Uganda is lagging so much behind. And the president, I would wish if he could, he should help us in that line. And also, what that I would like to advise on is that when we are fighting against something, we need to focus on the root cause, not directly on that thing. If we fight with the road, if we fight to dig up the road, that is when we shall get it away out away from us.
Hello.
Hello. Manuel Romero.
Yes, Walter.
Now, I don't think that people in don't know happy. I never place this. The jump I get for one of them, me hockey. Kirango, I am off for Uganda. Yeah, Libero, area Muchan. Yeah, I knew the job that I picked me up. One meal to a Yolo, because I don't want to get to me to Uganda and on Yolo. You're one and couple on now we are a couple. Couple on the baby. Yes, then, opinion 5.2, 5.1. Every Colubi is sort of being a million about again. Given I look at the way you feel any with your many your lonely and given I nothing of it. May I kick it? Oh, me, okay, look you by now can. For let you are for you are a good street man, your spirit on your thing corridor. Better yellow job, and your Maria, my abolition job. I'm a poor job and get a shook on a your my abolition corridor.
Upoymateka water.
So and then kill a man on Jokin corridor, major Java job. Only to yellow it don't come. They're looking corridor, yeah. There, yellow Java job. I think you took a go and I let you go to your and the job on there. Okay, we know no kill, young and don't quite hit out on your a very young. For that look at the job and no many you have, you know, you're the big good young and or police on a purpose. Okay, I want a purpose.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Maxon.
Yeah, you know, I know from the TV account. Oh, do not quite border in a man. So, Caravan now, you can change to my job and more at your one of the bone of Baramadara. I'm going to talk about the new PC to find me more like a lot. Not only Senator Customary, like a lot, but a few more to Zanala. Thank you, Ginawan Yoko Kare. You begin to make Uganda. Kati agakera no biro nyimba karamuso bibiri no biro ta kutinga pe mepo ni biro musogo tek ta hayo to bono mani ona ko to ko no ni kito biro ko karjo kere to ja me dan biro ko ni ta ko da me ko ta ka dio e to biro ko kumbina ni yero ka hajali
Upoye mate
no ana do ko tamri ka 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 to wan do bi mai kwa ni ya ke biro ko bono da ga ko ya ka lo to hai nó phải những con còn hay gan đua cực khẩn nó những gì quan đã cho nó nó thì luôn cứ nói cho nó như quan đã được gì mà thứ mà kéo của những mẹ quan đi quan năng kéo kéo được về cầu ra cha mà quan nào bố là cái gì quan gì nó
Upoye mate.
nó cả mà kia là
Urudi mano kidogo ya kikimechi me wokudu toro kamo iyo dichemeni ati mu we ati cheka du we to bino mi yokare but aduong Bobi Wine ni mino gamo apenya metieri kadanga tekelo wako ya giki me programu taking a short break. You respond to some of the compliments but also some of the questions that have been asked by the listeners.
Webale kulaba Kk Tv Uganda. The inspiration and the best broadcasting around town. Kk Tv. The global experience. The might. The power. And all you need with Kk Tv. We are your broadcasting experience. Thank you for subscribing to Kk Tv.
Museveni era nga bwe yakyogedde yayogera n'abantu abalala neffe tetulina kye twogera naye kuba aliwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka. Ekyokubiri tetwetaaga kwogera naye kuba obuyinza si bubwe, obuyinza bwa bannayuganda. So tetwetaaga kwogera na Museveni. Ye okwogera n'abantu tayogera ku ngeri ggwanga gye likyuka naye abeera ayagala kwogera naawe kubuuza oyagala ssente meka. Ffe tetugulirirwa.
Bakikola okulabisa okulaga nti tolina kyoli.
You are watching Kk Tv.
Kikulaga nti eno gavumenti ya Museveni eriwo mu bumenyi bw'amateeka, tegondera amateeka, tegoberera amateeka, yo ekola byeyagala. Omuntu omu yasalawo, bwasalawo nti kati beera mulamu ng'obeera mulamu, bwasalawo nti kati beera mufu ng'obeera mufu.
Mr. Update Kanumbe, oba bankuba bankube, oba banzita banzite, oba kyekigwawo kigwewo.
You are watching Kk Tv.
To end the show.
Yes,
maybe you could respond to some of the questions that have been raised, but also you give your concluding remarks.
Yes, please.
So
thank you very much. I will be very, very brief.
Yes.
Somebody asked why we talk about Museveni all the time. But I mean, some of us are Christians or Muslims or whatever. We go to church every Sunday. We don't work for the devil, but why do we talk about Satan every Sunday? And I like one of the callers said that we should deal with the root cause, and the root cause is Museveni dictatorship. If there's no Museveni, maybe I would not be in politics. Somebody asked about the road network in northern Uganda, why it's so poor. It is true, only 6% of the roads in northern Uganda are paved, and that is deliberate. Because Museveni does not want to empower the people of northern Uganda. If we have better road network, if we have infrastructure, if we have power in northern Uganda, if we have electricity in northern Uganda, then businesses will mushroom, development will come, and the people of northern Uganda will no longer kneel down for Museveni to give them handouts. So he keeps them poor so that he can have them as beggars. We were asked what we will do when we finally take power. I would go far deep in our manifesto, but there's so much that we want to deal with. Revamp healthcare, revamp education, stop the poverty, free up the people, give them back their leg. We cannot reinvent the wheel. These things were done by our forefathers, you know. I did not start the Lira meeting, spinning mill, but they closed it. We have to reopen them. We have to make sure that what used to work with our people, for our people, can work again and again and again. They asked me to talk about the loans of the motorcycles. We don't want to talk about them just. We want to change them. Today, they're using you as a business. Those loans are meant to enslave people so that you spend almost half your time paying for a loan of a border, which they can even take away from you by the police. Somebody raised an issue of street kids disturbing people and stealing from people. That is terrible. But please know that some of those people are planted by the regime to paint a bad image of us. They want to call us bayai, they want to call us thieves.
Exactly.
And I've instructed those that we're moving with. And I've also warned those criminals that should we get any criminal trying to steal from people, we shall deal with them ourselves. Why? Because we are on a national mission and we cannot let anybody vulgarize this mission. We are trying to free more than 45 million people, so we cannot allow them